The following is an exclusive presentation of the Nccu Sports Network.
CBS. That stands for Car Buying Simplified. Shop CBS Mitsubishi in Durham or choose from over 500 quality used vehicles at any of our 6 convenient locations. Hurry to CBS Mitsubishi at cbsqualitycars.com.
Initially, I thought our effort and our energy was terrible. I was really disappointed. It's always difficult to play in these games coming off the tough road stretch that we had. And I love our home crowd, but it's kind of difficult to play in front of those guys for a lot of our new guys, just to the fact they've never experienced this environment. So you have a variety of things. You have a DJ, and then you have the pretty young ladies, and then you have your girlfriend and your family, and before you know it, all of those things are distractions, and it's a tie basketball game. So I had to get our guys to kind of settle down a little bit and, you know, just execute and play basketball the way we know how to play and stop looking at the crowd and, you know, doing things out of character or out of pocket. And, you know, we settled down and we turned it up a notch. We're still fouling entirely too much. Still got a long ways to go, but, you know, I'm pleased with the win.
After the slow start, did you kind of see a part in the game
game where you noticed things starting to turn around?
Yeah, I want to say after the second timeout, I think it was like the 9:38, 10-minute mark, somewhere around there. Anthony hit a couple of shots, and that lifted the energy of the crowd, and I think it was infectious, and we fed off of that.
So for you, is it easier to coach a home game with all these distractions, or an away game like the one coming up at the Barclays?
I don't change, so it's I just zoom in and lock in. I prefer the home crowd because I think we've won 24, 25 consecutive home games, so that's definitely a testament to our crowd. But it's difficult for the new guys because they're yet to experience this environment. I think we have 7 or 8 new guys, and they're coming out here, and it's like, man, it's distractions everywhere to them instead of them playing in front of their home crowd. So it takes some getting used to, and hopefully they got their feet wet and we can all settle down.
How encouraging is it for you to get this first win? You guys have, 4 games in 8 days? So
yeah.
How good is it to start out on a good win?
It is. A win always makes you feel a little better, relaxes you a little more, and, it'll actually be our 8th game in 15 or 16 days, coming off that last stretch that we had, which was still exhausting. I thought we had some tired legs the last game versus Northern Arizona. So one day at a time, and it's super important. We'll come back tomorrow and we'll get after it. Not a lot. We'll try to get the guys some ice baths. I think we discovered these new ice baths that kind of help relieve your legs and stuff. I don't know anything about it. It just sounds good to me, so I'm all for whatever, and then we'll see what happens.
With those tired legs, is that why every single guy I think that got in the game played in double figures minutes?
Yeah, I tried to preserve some legs and just also get those guys some experience. We're yet to get everyone accustomed and affiliated with our system, our vernacular of what we're trying to accomplish, and hopefully they could come in and pick their spots and develop some confidence along the way.
Looking forward, your next game is against a MEAC opponent. Is it kind of strange to be starting out conference play
Yeah.
so early in the season?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it. Like, it's just, especially with us, we're just not coming off of injuries, and conference is really super important for our conference because we're one big league at the end of the day. And, you can upset 10 ACC opponents, but, if you lose out, it's all about those 3 days in March. And now everything prior to that is jockeying for position. So, I'm not really a fan of it. I voiced my concern with that, but, we still have 2 conference games. So we'll deal with it. And we got a really good basketball team in Eastern Shore coming up. They have probably the 2 best post players in the league, so we definitely have our hands full. They're not the Eastern Shore of the past.
How did it happen that you ended up having 2 conference games scheduled?
I think they did it one year, a couple of years ago, where they had 1 game beforehand. And, I think it was a conference decision to have it. Like I said, I wasn't a fan of it to have 2 conference games, but such is life. We just accept what we have, and, there's no need to whine and complain about it now. We have to go to Eastern Shore and play an extremely tough basketball team on Friday night.
I felt like we got better offensively because last game we kind of didn't do too well offensively, but we were playing great defensively when we was out in Florida against Northern Arizona. So I felt like we cleaned some things up offensively. We still ain't execute like 100% to like the point he wanted it, but I felt like we got better offensively tonight, and we just got to keep working everything come together.
Coach said there were a bunch of distractions, you guys playing at home. What's that like for you as a player? Were you distracted at all by the crowd and the DJ and all that?
I wasn't really distracted, but as a player, you can tell like certain guys, like they be more up for it, or it'd be certain things that they'll do out of character in order to make the crowd happy or things like that. So you really can't play into the crowd, but you can tell there's certain guys that do that. But it's just early. Guys was excited about playing at home. It's only our second time playing at home, so I feel like it's natural to try to show out for the crowd early, but they'll get used to it after a while.
Do you feel like you have more distractions at home or at somewhere like the Barclays Center coming up?
Definitely at home because it's more people that you know. Like when you're on the road, it's more of an unknown atmosphere, so it'll be less people that you really know, so you don't really care about trying to get out of character. You definitely stay in character more. But at home, you got a lot of friends that you know or people around campus that you see all the time, and they expect a lot out of you because you probably been telling them that you're going to do such and such or things like that. So you're probably going to try to exceed their expectations. So it's definitely more distractions at home.
Do you think you exceeded the crowd's expectations tonight?
I try. I ain't going to say that I did. I wish I could have did a little bit more. I had a couple mind bobbles at times Coach was getting on to me about, so I got to fix that. It's just a lot of things I just got to work on. I feel like I'm getting better every game, though, so that's the key. I just got to continue to gradually get better and not just have setbacks because, like, we're going into a big stage of the season, so I just got to continue to get better.
Coach mentioned that you guys are in the middle of back-to-back games. How is your body feeling, and he said something about you guys have these ice baths that are really helpful. How's that?
The ice baths, I really didn't like them, but they helped, though. So, like, the back-to-back games, it really is tough, but the ice bath definitely helped. I think we took them when we got back Sunday, and it really had my body feeling kind of good today. So the ice bath definitely worked, but I'm really not a big fan of them, but they do work.
Well, how much does it help to get this win ahead of you guys have, 3 straight road games?
It's definitely big because I feel like we kind of rolling out, like we know what winning is. We had two games on the road, like in Florida, they got us rolling. It was 2 straight. Then to come here and win, that's 3 straight. So that's big, like to go into 2 conference games, like rolling. And then against Northern Arizona, we had to finish a game that was tight. So that's kind of going to help us because we're probably going to have like a tight game coming up where we got to be able to finish. So we've really been working on that. So us winning 3 straight is big because we need to be rolling right now because the next 2 games are key. We need those, and we plan on like running the table. So we need to get wins.
Yeah, from your perspective, what's it like to start conference games so early?
It's different. It's new. It's kind of like I played JUCO my first 2 years, so it's kind of different. I'm used to not playing conference games until like January. So to start early is definitely new. It's something that I wasn't really used to. And I was kind of shocked when I seen it on the schedule. I was like, oh, this is a conference game? So it's definitely new, but you got to do what you got to do, and we need those wins, so we got to win.
Do you feel like you guys are at a disadvantage at all, starting out the conference early and just coming off a couple injuries and all that?
Kind of, but I feel like it's nothing that we can't handle. We kind of got everybody back except for one person right now, so I feel like we'll be fine. We just got to go out and play and do what Coach says and buy into the system. Like every time we buy in, we do great. And any time that you do something wrong or something that's not the NCCU way, you tend to fail. So you definitely shouldn't do it that way because like every time you don't trail the screen or don't get over the top, they tend to score. So you got to do it that way or you will be seen on film.
This has been an exclusive presentation of the NCCU Sports Network.